thoughts of the day. So I just watched two videos. So one of the videos was of Ernst Roots being interviewed by Matt somebody and also by Tim Pool. And in both of the interviews, he says the same thing. He's talking about that thing that I am totally against, which is Volksstaat. He does not use the word Volksstaat. He uses the word self-governance because, they think now that when they use all these fancy words, self-determination, self-governance, and all this kind of words, it is more palatable to the international audience. But at the end of the day, it still means the same thing. It means that they want an apartheid-style Volksstaat. Because we, South Africans, we will understand what that means. The international community, they don't know. They're just thinking, oh, self-determination, self-governance, that sounds fair because, the Dutch settlers are being persecuted and then there's a genocide and, there's all these race-based laws and then, they need to be safe and, they are builders, they know how to build things and how to take care of themselves. So it's better that they live in their own little country, within a country, and where they have like their own government and their own municipality and their own schools and hospitals and shops and everything of their own. And all of this is only for them because, because of their culture, because, they speak Afrikaans and nobody else can learn how to speak Afrikaans. It's just impossible. It's only those people. And then their culture is so unique. It is just so unique. There is no other culture in the world that's the same, and no one can actually adopt to this culture. Of course, other cultures, people can easily adopt to other cultures, but no, not this one. It's so special. That's why they have to have this Volksstaat. But what they're not saying is that this Volksstaat has to be and will be whites only. We know, because we are South Africans, we know how it goes. We know how it's going to go down. The international community, they don't know. They're just listening to all these beautiful words. So I was watching that. And no, Ernst, you're not getting your Volksstaat. It's not going to happen. If it does happen, I don't know. Then I'm telling you, South Africa, all those people who fought the apartheid, we fought for nothing. All those people who died, who sacrificed their lives, who were living in exile away from their hometown, away from their families, all those people who were previously disadvantaged, who only had to watch while the other people were enjoying the fruits of the country. Your fight was for absolutely nothing. You could just as well have sat at home and smoked dagga. That would have been probably something better to do. That's all I'm saying. Because if non-whites, if you are going to accept this to happen, I don't know. Like I say, that means all the sacrifice was for nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, so that was he's talking. Then I saw US Strydom. Quite a handsome fellow, huh? I must say. He was interviewed by Jesse Lee Peterson, who is this black podcaster. I don't know if he's a reverend as well. I don't know. But anyway, he's very funny. I always watch him because he calls a spade a spade. And he was interviewing Joost. And Joost is from Oranje. He's from the Oranje Beweging. And I tell you, I will put the link to the YouTube video in the comments. You have to go and watch this because you will be angry, but it's also funny. You'll be angry at Jesse a lot, and then you'll be angry at Joost also for what he's saying. I mean, that's if you're non-white. If you're white, then of course you'll be like, oh, Dutch settler. You'll be like, yeah. Okay, anyway. Of course, everything that Joost was saying about Oranje, I mean, we've heard it before. I'm always talking about it. We know it's a whites-only place. Again, it doesn't matter how they want to dress up a turd. You can roll a turd in glitter. A turd is still a turd. It's not going to change. So it was all the same thing. But Jesse, first, I think he was trolling US because, I know you have to watch it because first you'll be angry, but if you look at it from the lens of that he's trolling, then you'll understand what he's doing. Because what happened in this interview is Jesse kept saying, like, okay, I know he has this issue with blacks, just blacks all over the world. And I totally agree with him on this. If you hear what he says about black people, you might get angry, but it's the truth. We have to be realistic about it. I talk about it when I do my live streams about morals. Don't build anything, just break everything. You all know. So whatever, when you watch the video, whatever Jesse says about black people, I agree. Totally agree. Don't be angry with me because we all know it's just a fact. But what he also exposed, this Jesse, was, it just shows that the whole agenda of Orania is to make it whites only and to be separate from black people because they think black people are inferior. And they think they're inferior, okay, because of all the things that are true about them, stealing things, crime. When they're around, there's more crime, there's more dirt, there's more disorganization. They don't build anything, they're lazy, okay, all of that. But when you look at the morality of what is going on here, Jesse is kind of exposing that white people don't see the black people being like that and then thinking, how can we get them not to be like that? Their answer to it is, we are superior and we don't want to be with these people. So we will do the immoral thing and have an apartheid against them. This is what he's exposing when you look at it, because I watched it twice. The first time I was like livid, okay? But you have to watch it. I'll link it below. But then also my thought is, what you have to take away from this is, if you're a black person watching this, even a colored, Indians I can't say, I think you do have a little bit of this problem, but not that much, because Indians' parents are still they can still control. But if you were black or colored, look at what Jesse is saying and be truthful about what he's saying about our communities, about our people. Be truthful. And then even with US, what he's saying about Dutch settlers, let's be truthful about their culture, the wholesomeness of it, the respect that they still have for their elders and for their parents, and that their parents are also respectful people and raise their children to be respectful. Let's look at all that and how Dutch settlers build. Non-whites, anything that's built, they must break. And that non-whites just complain. Whereas Dutch settlers, they'll complain maybe 10%, and then the other 90%, they will fix it. Our side, complain 100%, no fixing going on. You that watch my live streams, you know this. I always talk about all these things, okay? But what I'm saying is, what was interesting was he was exposing the whole Orania agenda, which I keep fighting against. My campaign, no to Orania, no to Cape Independence, no to a Volksstaat, no to racial exclusivity. We are one nation. United we must stand. That is my thing for South Africa. That's my campaign. And like I said, anyone who wants to follow my campaign, you can use whatever posters I made. You can share it when you're talking to people and you don't know how to answer them. If they say, oh, but Orania is a good place, you just put that thing there. Or they say, oh, it's good if the whites have to live on their own. You put, if you don't agree, but you don't know how to articulate. Okay? But those are my thoughts about those two things. So check out the video. It is very interesting.